Hello everyone, I'm Kevin, otherwise known as Forum BX257, here to bring you another 1980s G.I. Joe toy review. And today I'll be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Green Beret, the 1987 Falcon. Now Falcon makes his first comic book appearance in G.I. Joe number 60, and G.I. Joe number 60 is actually quite famous for being that one issue penciled by Todd McFarlane before he became famous. Falcon makes his first animated appearance in the 1987 G.I. Joe animated movie, where he is actually revealed to be Duke's younger stepbrother. Nothing like that is actually mentioned on the file card or throughout the comic book run. Another very interesting thing is that during the movie, he is sort of a rookie, so he's just basically a recruit to the team. However, the file card actually gives him quite a bit of expertise, as well as the rank of lieutenant already. In fact, this is the only time you'll ever see his name as just Falcon. Later on, he will be called Lieutenant Falcon as his whole code name. He just doesn't seem very well developed in the comic book run, despite his command responsibilities, despite being very prominent. It's only within the animated movie that you really get to know this guy. He is actually romantically linked to Jinx, something again that was not done throughout the comic book run. And interesting enough, he is actually voiced by Don Johnson in the animated movie, which is probably why he's more prominent and probably why he's way more developed in the movie than anywhere else. Not only is Falcon one of the most militaristic looking of the 1987 figures, he also has some very nice details added onto him, which are very appropriate to him being a Green Beret. One of them, of course, being the Special Forces spear tip badge, which he has on his shoulder. Unfortunately, the paint job kind of overlaps the cuff, so you can't really see this badge coming down to a point. Fortunately, it's actually supposed to look like this. I'm not quite sure why Hasbro printed it on upside down. Another thing which is very distinctive to Green Berets is the Delta Flash Beret badge, which is a very nice representation here. Another interesting little thing molded onto him is he has this receiver just kind of hooked onto his suspender here, with a wire just kind of snaking backwards. Of course, that's a nice segue to taking a look at his accessories, such as his backpack, which is a Special Forces Field Communications pack. This is probably what the receiver is hooked up onto. Unfortunately, the backpack has the notorious fault of this antenna part usually cracking off and going missing. So that's something that you have to look for on the aftermarket if you want a complete Falcon. Stored on the side is his Bowie survival knife. A rather nice little knife here, with a little saw edge on the spine, as well as this interesting little indent here. I'm not quite sure what that is. It really reminds me of those type of sort of internally sharpened seatbelt cutters, where you kind of slash off the like a rope or a strap on a person, and it wouldn't harm the person, but it would just cut the strap. And finally, Falcon comes with his 12-gauge pump shotgun. It looks a lot like a Mossberg 500, or in the 12-gauge version it would be the 500A. It has this vented rib right on top of the main barrel, which is again a very distinctive Mossberg thing to do on their shotguns. Unfortunately, Hasbro decided to put this this long, grip here. And that's not actually a design on the shotgun itself. That's just for the action figure itself to grip onto, because the figures, they don't have articulated wrists, so they can't sort of bend down and reach the the rifle grip here. It's rather unfortunate they put it here because that's really where I think the loading gate would have been for the ammunition or something like that. And a better place would have been to have put it on the front stock. With his beret, shotgun, and green backpack, it's very easy to understand how some people who are not exactly familiar with G.I. Joe figures to confuse the Falcon figure with Flint, who is similarly equipped. It's probably just me, but Falcon's head sculpt with his sort of bland expression and kind of worried eyebrows, he really kind of looks like Regis Philbin under certain lighting conditions. This is where I think an expression would have been really helpful for the character. If you look at just his card art alone, I mean, he has quite a more chiseled appearance, and certainly more age lines on his face, which I really think would have helped bring out some character. Well, that's all the time I have right now. Thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned for next week to see another 1980s G.I. Joe toy review. See you then!